Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Talk with Gabe. I'm here, my sidekick is here. So is our guest. Let's get started. Who do we have on today's show?
Today we have one truly talented actor and singer, GAVINO TRAGARZ.
I can't wait to hear all about him, but before we get started, let's give a shout out to our sponsors, Fade Life Clothing, BCK Online, and Link PR. Fade Life Clothing is a unique clothing line out of Atlanta, Georgia, geared towards those who love intoxicating style.
And BCK Online is a digital online magazine that keeps you in the know and up to date on the lives of young entertainers, rising stars, parents, and much, much more.
And Link PR is definitely the missing link to your success in the entertainment industry. I'm glad Fade Life Clothing, BCK Online, and Link PR are all back for another season. Now then, go grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and as always, enjoy the show.
What's up? It's Lance Alexander. I recently launched a new health and wellness book entitled From Junk to Hunk. After completing my own journey of losing over 70 pounds, I realized the mental transformation was far greater than the physical changes, and that going from junk to hunk could apply to any goal. By clearing out the junk, which is anything negative or toxic towards that goal, like distractions, you transform into a hunk, which is a stronger, better version of you. Get From Junk to Hunk at FromJunkToHunk.com.
Gavino, welcome to the show. We're glad you could join us today.
It's nice to be meeting you too.
All right, let's get started. So you are a singer and an actor, but this season we're going to be focusing more on like the music industry. So tell us how you just kind of got started doing music.
Oh, how I got started, it's more of just like a thing between me and my sister. Like, she did something, then I did something. So she wanted to do theater. I tried it out, but it wasn't for me. And then it just kept going on with everything I did. Well, except for the singing. I joined singing by myself because I've always listened to theater songs and said, I'm not too good at theater, but why not sing songs like Imagine Dragons or JVKE?
You know what? Yeah, that makes sense. You can't do theater, so just sing.
That's cool. That's cool. I like Imagine Dragons. So
yeah, I do too.
Let's see if theater was like all Imagine Dragons, I'd totally be
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, exactly. All right, so how would you describe, your sound?
My sound?
Yeah.
I more describe it in...
Would you think it's more like theater based or...
Oh, I do more like a little mix. Like sometimes I do theater songs, other times I do like regular songs.
Okay.
So you kind of like a mixture of
like theater and like
theater
pop?
and pop.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, so like, who have been like some of your like favorite musical influences?
Some of my favorite influences probably have to be Ben Platt. He's pretty good. Imagine Dragons, JVKE, and Green Day.
Ooh, I love Green Day. I love Green Day, yeah.
Okay, we could share playlists, guys.
Exactly.
We could.
All right, so where do you find the inspiration to, make your music?
My inspiration?
Mm-hmm.
I find my inspiration from those bands and solo musicians like JVKE, like his hit Golden Hour. Like the first time I heard that song, I was like, I want to make something like that.
I don't know. On the flip side of that, like, what would you say has been like the most difficult part about being a musician?
Oh, most difficult part?
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly trying to find like the right beats and rhythm to the songs.
I could see that, yeah.
I could definitely see that being a hard part for being a musician.
Mm-hmm. So, like, what is another genre of music that you haven't tried yet, but you would like to?
Oh, see, I would love to try techno. Yeah, techno's pretty good.
Yeah, techno is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We actually watched this really cool show, and it was like techno music, and so it's kind of like dun, dun, dun. So
yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Idris Elba was a DJ.
Oh yeah, he was a DJ in that.
So
yeah,
it's kind of funny.
All right. So, who is the one person on your wish list that you would love to do a duet with?
Oh, there's so many people out there, so many good singers and musicians. Probably JVKE.
Okay.
He's one of my main inspirations.
That would be a good duet.
Yeah, it would be. What is the best advice that you have been given as a musician?
The best advice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my audio engineer teacher, he told me that mixing beats and rhythms is like mixing paint. You mix different types of paint, like red and blue, to get a new color. Mix different types of beats and rhythms to get a new beat or rhythm.
That's excellent advice.
That is excellent advice.
That really is. Okay, so Gavino, taking that advice into consideration and thinking about that, where do you see your career headed in the next 5 years or so?
My career?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully going to at least like the top 10, because I'm trying to make like a whole theater song, because once I saw like Hamilton Hamilton. Yeah. I just wanted to be like, hey, maybe I want to make my own theater and then host it on just like YouTube or anything like that.
That would be pretty cool to see, yeah.
That would be cool.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. But in the meantime, our audience will get to listen to Gavino's latest project. So we'll be right back, guys.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
This is dark and empty. Then I see a fatal light coming from the sky. Now it's not so empty. Start to feel a shade of heat dancing on my pearly skin. A comfortable breeze in the hedgy trees as the sun reaches me. I'm climbing higher. I'm climbing for the sunlight. Gotta make it to the top, yeah. 'Cause I wanna see the dazzling sunrise. I'm climbing higher. Now I'm at the top, waiting for the scorching heat on my youthful skin. Now it's getting windy. Still no sign of light coming from the sky. Now the sky is getting darker. Now I'm losing hope, but I'm climbing higher. I'm climbing for the sunlight. Gotta make it to the top, yeah. 'Cause I wanna see the dazzling sunrise. I'm climbing higher. Starting to see the light coming from the trees. Then I start to stand up. I regain my hope. I start to feel a warmth coming from the sun. Now there's no more darkness to hide inside. I'm climbing higher. I'm climbing for the sunlight. Gotta make it to the top, yeah. 'Cause I wanna see the dazzling sunrise. I'm climbing higher.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back, guys.
Gavino, you gotta tell us about Climbing Higher. What was the inspiration for this song?
My inspiration, mostly like the calm songs that I used to go to sleep to, like JVKE, like his Golden Hour, what heartbreak feels like. Well, not technically that one, but what love feels like. And I mostly find a lot of the inspiration from JVKE.
Okay.
That's cool. So how have your friends kind of reacted to this song? Because it's really, really, it's just like a kind of a relaxing song, and it does kind of make you think, and it's very inspirational because you're like, yeah, I can climb higher. I can do cool things in life. So what has been your feedback for the song?
My feedback?
From people that have heard it so far.
Well, musicians or actors that look back to their projects, they say, there's a lot I can do better. So I'm just going to try to stick with one.
Right.
Or like, there's one part where I'm like, ah, and I think I should have done a little better on that part.
Well, that's okay.
That's okay.
I mean,
You know
I think it was
yeah, I think
really
it's pretty
good.
good, yeah.
I think it's a great song.
I do too, yeah.
And I'm sure your friends have been like, good job, Gavino.
Yeah. All right. So, what is your favorite city and why?
My favorite city. I really gotta say Houston because there's so much to do in Houston,
There is,
especially during
yeah.
the holidays. Like, there's the zoo lights, there's like skyscrapers you can just look down in Houston on, plenty of restaurants, activities, and I think there's a fair that goes on maybe like in downtown.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head.
The zoo lights
food.
are, oh yeah, the food
Well,
too.
the zoo lights.
Zoo lights are pretty. It's just when we went, all the animals were asleep.
That's true.
So,
But I'm a big foodie, so yeah.
yeah, I love food. Yeah.
There's a
Oh, yeah,
lot.
me too. I also love trying like exotic foods.
Oh, I do too. There's so much here. I mean, so many cultures in the city of Houston that you could just.
Yeah, you always
eat.
just find these like random places I've never heard of, and you're like, "Oh, I went here," and I'm just like, "Where even is that? What even is that?"
I know.
And it's just okay.
Like downtown,
Yeah,
you can
it's- yeah.
find treasure troves.
You can find
in
anything
downtown
there,
Houston. That's
yeah.
true. All over the city, I
Yeah.
think. What's your favorite food, Gavino?
My favorite food.
Uh-huh.
Well, my favorite food has to be. I've never told that many people, but it's more like a mix of just like pizza, probably like pasta. But if you're going like a simple thing,
Uh-huh.
probably just like an apple.
Okay.
I love apples. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so if you had a pet parrot, what is the one thing you would teach it to say?
Probably just say no one's home so I can get more time to just like make my songs.
I don't know what I would teach a parrot. I don't know. Probably some things that I couldn't say.
Say on air.
On air.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Gavino. Which literary character do you relate to the most and why?
Probably Greg Heffley from Diary
Very
of a
well,
Wicked, but without the embarrassment part.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a good book.
I love those books.
Yeah, those were good books. What
Yeah.
about you?
I don't know. I read a lot of books, and like can't really say I relate a lot to the books, the characters in the books that I read.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to stick with Tinkerbell. I know it was a book. Wasn't Peter Pan a book? I think it was.
Yeah,
first.
it was a book.
Yeah, it was a book before it was a movie.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell is my go-to, guys.
All right. So, what would be the soundtrack of your life?
Soundtrack. That's a pretty good question. Probably one of the hardest I'm gonna face. Listen, I gotta say enemy, but not that much of it because
Right.
that just sounds like what the future would be. Because everyone has haters and
Yeah.
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 That's true. I don't know. I think I'd have to have a mixture of like Prince and Lady Gaga and I don't know, 6 a.m.
Oh yeah, just a bunch
Linkin
of, like,
Park.
a bunch of that. For me, you would just be like a bunch of like rock and metal,
Yeah.
and like a bunch of pop mixed in there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to have some Taylor Swift in there.
Yeah. See.
Oh,
so I
and
just,
some what's his name? George Strait.
very straight. Yeah.
Yeah. So my soundtrack would be just all
All over the place. Yeah. Mine too.
So see, Gavino, yours is just like one and done. Mine is kind of like
Mine is chaotic.
yeah, it's chaotic. That's a good word.
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Chaotic. All right.
All right, Gavino. Dance like nobody's watching, or just sit there on the sidelines.
I mostly just like sit on the sidelines.
Yeah, 'cause I can't dance. I don't want to make a fool of myself. I'm just gonna
Yeah, I
sit
mostly
there.
just want to sit there and just see what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm more like an introvert.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes.
Yeah.
introvert.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't have too much of a social battery, but it's more of just like sometimes it's like a 90, other times it's a 60.
Yeah.
I think I'm always functioning on that 60 most of the time.
Most of the time, me too.
Most
Yeah.
of the time. But no, I think I would totally just be out on the dance floor.
You would be.
I totally would be.
Yeah.
Then I'd have to come and sit with you guys and be like, what y'all do?
All right. So would you rather travel abroad or just travel around the country?
I'd say abroad.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool places that I want to see.
Yeah, like Japan, let's see, South Korea. I always wanted to go to those two.
I always wanted to go to those two as well, yeah.
Me too. I've always wanted to. South Korea is like on the top of my list.
It is, yeah.
And plus, they have pretty good music too.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do.
They do. They do. Because the vet, our dog goes to the vet, and his vet's Korean. Well, of course he goes to the vet, but his vet's Korean. And so I like started speaking Korean to him. And he just kind of looked at me like, okay, what is this? What is this going on here? I was like, South Korea is on the top of my list to go see. So yeah, I think we all need a road trip. What do
Yeah.
you think?
Wait, road trip? It's on the other side
Road
of the
trip,
world.
I
It's,
know.
the car would not be able to get there. It has to cross an ocean. I mean, you could put the car on a boat, but it's not really going
Okay, a
anywhere.
plane trip then.
Yeah. I'm just like, wait, okay. All right. So if you could take 5 things to a desert island, what would they be?
Probably my phone just in case I need to take calls and all that stuff. A bag of apples, because I like apples.
Right.
Probably a sleeping bag, pillow, just so I can sleep and just relax. And yeah, I don't think I need that much of anything else.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. All right. So what would be the funniest superpower?
Funniest superpower. Probably like the basic Superman powers, but you can only use them when you're confident.
Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, Gavino, it's 100 years in the future. What is the one thing that you think they'll still be talking about from 2023?
Probably like the social media types or celebrities today.
That's
true. Yeah. It is
Yeah,
interesting to
because
see how that like
One
evolved.
time when I was just scrolling through TikTok, well, not TikTok, more like YouTube shorts, I
Yeah.
always see these like futuristic videos like, hey, remember this or remember that celebrity that takes place in like 50 years later.
Yeah, I've seen some of those too. Yeah. All right. So, would you rather have plain pepperoni pizza, or would you get like pizza with like literally everything on it?
Pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
I love pepperoni.
Oh, yeah,
I
me
love
too.
pepperoni pizza too.
Yeah. I don't think I could do like something with like pineapple on it. That would be a bad
I mean, I've
thing.
never had pineapple pizza, so I
Yeah,
don't.
me either. I really want to know what it tastes like.
Like, it's like it's such a controversial thing, and I'm just like, well, what does it taste like? No one can give me a straight answer.
Okay, guys, I've had pepperoni and pineapple. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
I gotta do it.
I forewarn you, you will be sadly disappointed. Or maybe not, but it's just some things you should not cross.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, like one time I just saw someone just say like, do you like pepperoni or pineapple better? And someone just said pineapple, and then he's like, disgusting.
Exactly.
And just said, don't talk to me ever again.
See, that sums it up. That totally sums
I
it up.
see. I'm
Yes.
still gonna happen probably at some point.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
All right. So, Gavino, you have one person to give a shout out to. So, who is it, and why'd you pick them?
Shout out.
Yeah.
Probably it's like all the bands I love. Probably like small YouTubers I love watching, like Grant Whistler or Cocoa Bread.
Okay. All right. So, what is the one piece of advice you would give to people who want to be in the industry?
One piece of advice: never give up. Always be creative and always think of the positive.
Okay.
That's good
That's good
advice.
advice. It is. So, in addition to all that you have going on, what's next for you?
Well, I'm probably just gonna keep making like musical songs because I already got like a musical song in the works right now.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Definitely looking forward to that one.
We can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
And I can give you one hint.
Okay, tell us.
Related to middle school. Is I've already been like half a year in middle school.
Oh, wow.
So I can already tell.
Right. What is the one thing you want our audience to know about you?
Well, I'm thinking of becoming a game developer.
Interesting.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because I just got like Unreal Engine 5.3, and I'm trying to find lessons, but it's so hard to find them online. It's more like you have to pay like $100 or 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
it's
it's
very
kind of steep, but
yeah, it's very steep, but like if you can do it,
it would be
it
totally,
totally
worth
cool.
it.
Yeah, totally worth it. All right, so where can people find you on social media?
At GAVINO TRAGARZ on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, Gavina. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Gavino. We've enjoyed this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was nice to see you guys.
Right, definitely.
Oh, and Gabe, it was nice to hear you again.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's nice to hear
Nice
your
to hear you
voice
as well.
too, Gavino.
Thank you. Did you guys enjoy the show? I know we did. Thanks to Gavina for joining us today. Make sure to check him out on social media. And that's all, folks. I'll see you next year. Peace out.